Sorry about feeding my face, but is what it is, I guess. It's nothing worse than when you get French fries if you get them cold. You know me. Mia wants her pills. Me and I just got back. We went down and flew the Huron Lady, which Lynn was on with a bunch of other people from Streamtime Live. And I think that that's some of the group at Streamtime Live there now. There you go, Boo. Bitch. I'm gonna hurry and I'm a mess. Let me get the chat up here. Hey Z, good evening. Mark, how you doing? Paul Hodges just got up to the trailer and his sister is making dinner, so they were gonna eat, and then he's gonna join us afterwards. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Old and clumsy. Old and clumsy, you know. It's all what you youngins have got to look forward to. Getting old and clumsy. So, I gotta put the link in it. It was really windy today when I was out there flying that ship for the cruise people. But we got her done. Mia and I got her done, didn't we, Mia? Yeah, we did.
So
Hey, how you doing? And there's Dominic too.
I was just gonna say, there's something wrong. I couldn't hear you. Now I got you.
You got now? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had to reset Zoom, so something had to reset a few things on the computer, so that's why I thought there was something wrong. I've got you now. How is everybody?
Going.
Good
Kind of
start.
curious. Kind of curious how long Zoom's gonna let me go for.
Why is that?
Cause they, you know how most things they charge you every month, right?
Yeah.
They sent me a thing the other day and said you're 45 days past due. Please pay when you can. I'm like, what?
Okay.
You just gonna keep racking the bill up for 6 months?
Yeah, well, push it. I don't see why.
I'm kind of
No,
curious
push it.
though. I would have
Yeah.
figured they'd have cut me off at the end of the month because I was gonna start using StreamYard.
Okay, we've got to get some.
Apologize for eating in front of you guys, but these Coney dogs are to die for.
Yeah. I have no problem with you eating.
What's up, David? Mark,
Okay, who's in the chat that I've missed?
W, Broke Neck.
Okay, Mark, W, David, Broke Necks. I think we've got everybody now. Okay, now let's get the chat all set up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use Zoom until they cut me off.
Yeah,
Well,
why
because
not?
I've been shutting all the apps off that to save money, so I only got like 1 or 2 apps I'm paying for anymore. That's
Mhm.
it. Matter of fact, only one. I'm only paying for Peacock. That's it.
Okay.
There's a bunch of shows we watch on there.
Mm.
I even turned my Prime account off. I don't even have that anymore.
Mm. Take a few seconds. What do you see?
You may have to apply for food stamps for the kids.
Oh, we already did that like a month ago. But it was they gave us, what was it, back in, hold on. Shit. Oh, where the hell did my screen go? There we go. Damn it, all my stuff disappeared. Yeah, it was about a month ago. Remember correctly on the date.
Did you get
Mm.
approved?
Yeah. Still waiting to see if my unemployment gets appealed, but still
Mm.
nothing on that. Still nothing on that neither. What the hell's that?
Still no word on that?
No. I have a pill and I'm not gonna get it.
Mm. Okay. Where's everybody gone?
Escape and thaw, what is that?
Yeah,
That's some kind of fishing thing or something?
that sounds great. This. Okay. What's my summer?
Okay,
Yep, and we're back.
think we're good to go now.
Good.
I ate my French fries. I had one coney dog. I still got 3 left, and but that's good.
Oh, okay. So that's the way to go then. No, Steve. How you been?
Hey, Steve, how's it going? Broke necks. Mark White.
Bill. Bill. Howdy.
Oh, AZ, yes, I got the 0 turn working. I happened to mention it to a guy across the street
Mm-hmm.
who's an architectural engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And he came over and he crawled under it. He looked around. He did this. He did that. Working.
Oh, good. Good news then.
And before that happened, I got the self-propelled push mower working too. So I've got 2 mowers now.
Mhm.
Which is good. But I just about killed myself. I did like 3/4 of the front yard, and finally my tenant upstairs sent her son down here, and he finished it off for me.
Hey, Corey. Mm,
What's up, Bill?
what's up?
Mama Vicky's.
Okay.
They've been doing hot dogs since 1921 or 22.
Oh, you might as well just snowbird down here, Broke Neck. That's what all the people up north do.
Mm,
They come down here and flood our streets and drive at 20 miles a fucking hour on the highway, clog up the roads. Get out there on their little bicycles and spandex and block up the roads
no.
too. Fucking hate
That's
the
not good
snowbirds.
stuff.
Yep.
When you get to see a bunch of 70-year-old dudes in spandex on bicycles.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yeah, it's supposed to be a tropical storm by the time it hits you guys, Steve. You
Mm.
should be okay because it's supposed to hit Baja California as a category 1. So as
Mm.
far as the last time I checked it, that's what it was this morning.
wow.
So he should be okay. Let's just hope that, like I said, if they get a lot of rain, which they need, let's just
Mhm.
hope it's not so much that it causes a bunch of damage. You know, because they have a problem in California with flash flooding. See, here's where it might hit a little bit of California as a 1. But yeah, so it's gonna hit Baja right here, which should start breaking it up.
Hello, Laura.
I mean, they might get some of those winds as it's coming in as a 1.
Did you say Laura was here? I didn't see her.
Yep.
Oh, there she is.
But this whole area, all the way up through Nevada, they all need the rain.
Mm.
So
Dominic, did she refer to you as a weird person?
Yeah. That's an
Mhm.
understatement.
they finally cleared out over there. What the hell is this big bastard doing?
That's big.
I hope that ain't a hurricane. It's fucking the size of South America right there.
Yep.
uh,
Exactly.
why don't you go bake some cookies in your damn Prius, Wayne? Huh?
Mm,
Freaking Prius lover.
yeah.
When you just say hi, weird person, people means more than one, Laura.
Yeah.
Say hi, weird person.
Weird person.
I'm just saying people would imply she's talking about more than one person.
Mm. Right on.
Well, hopefully it doesn't hit them as a hurricane, David. Hopefully it'll start
Hmm.
breaking up by then. But a lot of the valleys in Southern California are the ones that got to worry about the rain because they'll get flooded out, like where I used to live in like Vegas area,
Hmm.
because it looks like it'll hit Vegas as a tropical depression or storm. It'll be like kind of in the middle. That's what's so funny is Vegas sits down in a lake, an old dry lake bed,
Mm.
massive lake bed. And for being in the middle of the desert, they have actually one of the most sophisticated drainage systems in the world.
Mm.
People don't realize that. Like they have drainage tunnels that are so big you can drive 18-wheelers in them. They're huge.
Oh, great.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Mr. Tim.
Yes,
Oh, here
Steve.
comes Steve now.
Yeah, just gonna say.
I don't know how close Steve is to San Diego, though. I don't know if he's right down at the bottom of California or can't remember exactly where he's located at. I know he's on the coast, but
Yeah, zooming in.
hopefully he'll be in here in a second, David. He's trying to connect.
Yeah, he's connecting.
Hey, maybe.
Connecting. Connecting.
Don't worry,
Connecting.
Steve's still learning how to use computers.
Yeah. No, we can't hear you though.
No audio.
No audio.
It was windy as hell down there. Hey, Steve, still can't hear you, buddy.
No, still can't hear
Is your
you.
mic plugged in?
He's
Yeah,
using
please.
headphones.
Select the mic down in the bottom left-hand corner of the microphone and make sure you have the right mic turned on.
Yeah.
W, where are you at right now? You're in Southern California, aren't you? Or are you in Nevada? Oh, dude, that show
okay.
is awesome. Told you like it, Tim. It's funny as shit, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all you haven't even scratched the surface yet, Tim. Especially Fee, the neighbor chick. Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay. Oh, I lost him.
Oh, you're in Texas, okay, so you're out of the
Hey.
way of the storm. All right. I'm rewatching it, W. I never finished. I think it was the last season or 2 seasons I never did watch. So I figured I'd start over and just watch it from the beginning. I'm on the almost the end
Catching
of the
up,
third
huh?
season. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of the 3rd season, but there's 11 seasons. But over 11-year period, the characters really progress. Like some of the characters start off as little kids, and by the time the show's over, they're full-grown adults.
Let's try again.
You there?
I'm here, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yay.
So how far away are you from San Diego?
San Diego, about 70 miles south.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you're right down there at the bottom then. So you're.
Yeah,
you're gonna
Dana
definitely
Point is
go-
right where, if you're looking at a map, I-5 heads inland, right there at the turn. That's where I'm at.
So they expecting it to hit a 1 where you're at, or is it gonna be a tropical?
It'll be a
Storm.
tropical. There's a chance of it coming to shore right at the Baja line, just below San Diego. And that still being one, but it's still up in the air. The biggest thing is the water, and the water that we're amount of water rain we're gonna get will be the flooding and then the landslides that'll occur because of it.
Yeah, you guys need it, but at the same time,
Not that
Causes-
much. They're talking 4+ inches.
no, I'm saying, you guys need a lot of rain, but in moderation, cause like you said,
Yeah.
too much of it,
Yeah.
and then that's where it causes problems. That was the same thing when I lived out in the desert. We'd get flash flooding real bad if it rained too much.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was just looking at David's comments. Yeah, David. In fact, it's dead center is right over the top of our city. If you look at the path as it's going through, we're right in the middle as it's going to go up.
I mean, that's the worst thing you guys would have to worry about is, flooding, cause the category 1 really isn't all that bad. You guys are pretty used to high
You
winds.
got to remember the structures here are not built for high winds.
Don't you get a lot of winds through there?
We get the Santa Ana winds, but
'Cause
not
those
with the-
things will be ripping sometimes.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
comes Chuck.
Hello, Chuck.
He's not in his car. That's
Yeah,
good.
we get it here, and we on our home, ours is an all metal. It's a galvanized roof, and if you look at it, it's what I want to say, it looks like if it was to be tile. So if you're looking from the street, it actually looks like tile because it's got a little lip on the front of it, and then it goes back 2 feet, and then there's a lip on top of that 2 feet, and they're 4 foot wide, and they're excuse me, they're rated up to 100 miles an hour. So I'm not really worried about us. It's just all the people that have older
Yeah,
wood
what the-
shake shingles.
Uh-oh, I have those. I have those. Oh, you mean on the roof?
Yeah.
They didn't all burn down already?
No, there's still a lot of older homes.
You
that
know what I
still
mean?
have
It's like
them.
I think how vulnerable those are with like flying embers and stuff. Like the Maui scenes, you could see that
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like a hailstorm of embers. It was insane. So I mean, that
Well-
stuff must just torch up a roof.
That's the storm just created by the fire itself.
Right.
Excuse me. Hello, Tim.
Mr. Tim
How
is
you
here.
doing? Wait, sorry. How you doing?
So Chuck, what are you up to this weekend?
Preparing for training next week. I'm teaching all next week. So I have a
Oh,
lot-
you are.
Yeah, I've been still some stuff to do as far as getting ready for that, and then trying to pack for a trip and other stuff. Yeah, it's just gonna be a busy week. Weekend's gonna be busy. I need
So
to try out the drone.
Where are you headed? What's your destination on your trip?
If you don't know, then you know I'm not telling you again.
Why would I know?
So you,
What he's trying to tell you is says it's none of your business.
everybody knows. Well, I guess Paul doesn't know, but most people know. I'm going to Iceland.
Hello,
I'm like, going to Iceland.
Well, didn't you already do that once?
No,
Oh, I thought you did Iceland. When you
No,
went to Scotland, right?
went to England.
God, Scotland was like 2 years ago.
I didn't know you're going to Iceland. That's one of my on my bucket list.
It's we're making it very much bucket list.
That and got in the Faroe Islands.
There's yeah, maybe eventually that, but right now it's like, yeah, the stuff we're gonna do. I think there might be a few good vlogs out of this trip. Maybe.
Well, if there isn't, you're fired.
YouTube can't pay me any less, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Sorry, Paul. I was just yanking your chain. No, so yeah, we're just trying to get everything organized for that because there's
Mhm.
still stuff that's kind of scrambled up, but got a lot of things booked. I mean, there's things to do that are definitely, it's all bucket list stuff, Steve.
Oh yeah.
All like, you know, we're gonna do stuff that people are like, holy crap, they did that. So if I could just film it all, in
Mhm.
fact, I might even need to bring this little dude. Remember the old X2?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I might have to bring the X2 because there are a couple of places where I think this might actually be the camera to use, even though I don't consider it one of my favorites, one of my least favorites, but it's in the arsenal, so why not?
Mhm.
There's a time and a place for everything, so we're gonna use it.
Mm.
The 1-incher is just too heavy and annoying to carry around. You know, the 1-inch edition's a great camera, but you can't haul it around and use it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So that, 4 drones, a few more cameras, microphones, tripods, camera mounts, maybe some underwear.
That helps.
Dominic's nodding. That's the last thing to get packed, man. It's
Yeah.
like if there's room, we'll put that stuff in there. Oh man. All right, what are you guys up to this weekend? Steve's got I heard you talking about the storm. Hopefully by the time it gets to you guys, it'll be pretty much
We're
petered out.
expecting around 4 inches of rain because we're right over the dead center, and the wind predictions are, by the time it hits us, should be around 50.
Okay, so it's not so much the wind, it's more the
Mm,
rain and
yeah.
rain in a very short time, which is
Which means landslides, rock
Yeah.
slides, mudslides,
See, like-
flooding.
I never had experienced that till when we were in Vermont 4th of July week. We got into that deluge mode of rain, and we actually were on a highway that we saw the emergency vehicles going. What the hell? We saw an emergency vehicle going the other way, and turned out there was a landslide behind us. We had just we missed it. We drove through the area, and
Right.
the side came down, and that road was blocked. I mean, that would have been a hell of a vlog.
Yeah, that's for
Mm.
sure.
So I'm glad we don't have that footage. But
Yeah.
Well, the top speeds of a 1 would be right at your stress point of your roof.
I
What's
don't know,
that?
man. That's
Because
like
you- Because you said I
50?
put the speeds in there, what a Cat 1 average speeds are.
up to 74, right?
74 to 95 miles an hour.
We've had
As a Cat 1.
we've had Cat 1 winds here, and
Oh,
I
that's
just have a shingle roof, wood frame. I don't have hurricane straps or anything, and my roof is still there. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
we've got earthquake straps, but we don't have hurricane straps.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually, Steve, I was thinking about that. We had our roof reshingled in May, and I almost wonder if I should have, while they had it opened up, because they had to redo all the plywood and stuff, should have had them put those straps in, because it's not a big deal.
No, not when it's
They literally, when you have it
Now,
opened up,
once they've got the roof torn, yep.
it's no big deal. I mean, like we did a lot of stuff, but we didn't do that. But those straps are so, that's the time to put them on, because all
Yeah.
it does is just attaches the truss, everything, the roof and the truss together. So
Here's your 5
the
speeds.
joist.
here.
whatever.
I've only been in a category 3. I've never been in a 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, it started.
that,
It
though,
started as a 4.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody wants to. I know a person.
Look at those
we
fucking wind speeds.
yeah,
Ooh.
we stayed on St. Thomas, and we rented this cute little place that had it was, and the owner owned the place adjacent to it, and she went through Hurricane Marilyn back in the day, and was it Wrong Way Lenny and that stuff. And she was telling us the story, dude. You do not want to go through a 5 ever. I mean, like she was like in her bathtub with a mattress over her, praying to God for like a day.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine. She that wasn't so much the hurricane, it was the roof was gone and everything. She had the mattress over her head, and the tornadoes came through and shit. And it's just like, whoa. Yeah, hard. No, wouldn't wish that. on
Yeah,
anybody.
category 3
Yeah,
was
right here. You can see this is the patch that they're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Because you guys are right near
We
Tijuana,
are-
right? Like
we are
Tijuana and
right-
everything.
Right
Yeah.
there. So we're right at the buffer for the
Mm.
50 to between 40 and 50 miles an hour.
Now,
That's
that's as close as it's gonna get to you. Where's like the because they, what are you guys, 3 days?
Well, it's moving north, isn't it?
this is just an image shot. Let me go over here to
Where's the 3-day cone? Like, where's the 3-day cone? There. It's where is it? I don't see it there. I haven't traveled to the tropics in a few years, so I've lost my edge when it comes to keeping track of this stuff. I used to be really good at it.
Yeah, see, it's going to hit Baja California first, which is going to.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit down there. It
Well, you're
was-
still how many days out are you? How many, if you're more than 3 days
Tomorrow.
out? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're in the window. So it's pretty, obviously, the closer you get time frame, the more accurate.
But these things sometimes have a mind of their own and decide to
They do
turn in the
whatever-
last direction.
Yeah,
They do whatever the frick they want to do.
See, that thing could decide to go up the coast even farther and all of a sudden swing into Los Angeles.
But
never
they're
yeah,
pretty
know.
because
good.
they were first predicting it to go up the coast more instead of heading in
Yeah.
more like due north, more of an
Something-
angle northwest and going all the way up into Oregon.
Yeah, something's pushing it. It's just like, but the models are pretty good now as far as figuring out which way it's going to get kind of pushed with the stuff all around it.
But like our last hurricane, we thought it was gonna hit
There's not a curve.
one
there.
area in Florida, and then the very last day before it was supposed to hit us, it ended up switching directions by almost like 60 or 70 miles and hit in a different area than what they thought it was gonna hit.
Yeah,
So sometimes at the last second, it can decide to go a different direction.
I don't know if this is showing.
Yeah, good.
Can you see can you
Are
see
you at the
my
NHC?
mouse? There we go. Can you
Are
see
you
my
at the
mouse?
NHC? Sorry.
That's
I
where
talked
you
over
are right there with the mouse is?
That's
Mm.
where we're at right there. So they're predicting right here at, up to 4 inches of rain. But if this shifts anyway, left or right, we could have this coming in because in the mountains up in here in from Bakersfield, but then even in our local mountains in Los Angeles here, they're predicting 10 to 12 inches.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 3-day cone, which is on the National Hurricane Center, NHC.
Yeah, that's what I was
NOAA.
showing you before.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. But that shows I missed that part, Steve. I see like,
Yeah.
where you guys are. It
The
looks
one
like
good
I
thing
see
about
Monday. You guys like Monday.
but the one good thing about a
Sunday is
hurricane
on top
hitting-
of us.
hitting Southern California is that you guys have a lot of mountains, which breaks them up.
It's not
At
what I'm
least breaks
seeing.
them up so the wind speed and stuff slows down and everything.
I would
Or
imagine
it's
all
just all
those people
flat.
with the boats behind you are getting nervous, right?
Yeah, in fact, we're just getting ready to send out a newsletter from the National Hurricane Service or from Boat US. Get down there and double check your boats because if we do get 50, 60 mile an hour winds, that's moving stuff around.
Yep.
isn't that I thought you guys are right around where it says tropical storm 12 a.m. Monday.
What's south of that a little bit.
You're south of that a little bit.
Yeah.
You're right. So you're
Yeah,
still
you-
Sunday
you-
for the
you-
center of it, for the center of the storm. You're like more like
You see the border cuts across there.
right. Because Tijuana is like right here, just below.
Yeah, we're roughly about 90 miles up the coast from there. So if you look at San Clemente Island, if you zoom in a little bit, you see San Clemente Island sitting out there.
out here.
Let's see where you're at.
No,
little
down-
No. In closer. Go. Okay, now go right. And then there's Catalina Island just
I
down.
can't get it. I can't
Right
get in
there.
there, but yeah.
Now, if you
Oh, I see it right here. This little
Now-
yellow blob.
now follow the latitude lines and right if you follow the latitude line, if you were to just draw a line all the way across there, so you're looking at about 34, and that's where we are. Yeah,
Okay, you're
right
up
where you
here.
were at.
You're right here.
That's
somewhere.
that's Los Angeles, Port of LA. Palos
Oh, I'm
Verdes
sorry.
Peninsula.
I was thinking you guys are more San Diego, but you're up further north.
Or halfway, we're just halfway between San Diego and LA.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Well, I've driven through there a few times on the freeway.
Al says earthquake weather, look out.
Yeah.
Well, then you know
Yeah.
why I like to stay here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Anyway,
some
that's
shit.
that-
You get a hurricane and an earthquake at the same time. Good God.
Hello, Al. Yeah, you're right.
I think that's happened. That's the kind of crap that happens for
Mm.
whatever reason. Or I'll stop sharing. But that's wild, man.
Well,
And
you
you
know what
guys
the
don't get these very often. This is very unusual for the West Coast.
1930, what I forget what it is the last time there was, I wasn't even alive.
My mom and dad, they were like, we were going to the Caribbean for years last week of August. And like my parents finally convinced us to go back to Hawaii instead. They're like, just go to Maui. Why do you guys want to deal with these hurricanes all the time? It never happens in Hawaii. So we were going back to Hawaii. That 2018 is when we were going to fly out. And what was it? Was it Lane, I think?
I forget
Anyway,
the name.
it whacked Maui, and it was similar to what happened a week or so ago. It was the same
Yeah.
kind of thing, but on a much smaller scale because Lahaina burnt, but just like the open space between
Mhm.
like above the town and everything. Well, not this time. Anyway, my mom's like, "Oh my God, because we had to cancel that trip because we didn't even know if the house we were going to rent was standing. All that stuff was on fire.
Yeah.
Somehow the house made it. But anyway, yeah, my mom's like, "I'm so sorry." So, Mom, how would you
Yeah.
know? It's like statistically, it's not supposed to happen, but
No.
everything's changing. So,
No, it's not. My my old girlfriend, she lives there, but she's on the north side. She's over by the airport side
oh, and Kalalui up there.
in Maui. Yeah, she's
Yeah, that'd
right
be
up there.
up towards Kalalui, Paia. Paia is an
Mhm.
awesome little town. I mean, Paia reminds me of Lahaina, and except it's even more chill. It's more chill than like Lahaina.
You
That's
know,
where Willie
just-
Nelson's place is. There's a place called
Yeah.
Charlie's up there. Have you ever been? But on your way to Hana,
Mhm.
you go through Paia. It's the
Yeah.
coolest little place. Charlie's is epic, man. You got to go into Charlie's sometime. That caught fire once, but it wasn't from a storm.
Yeah, you know who is down there is Ron Lockwood. His people he knows live there. They
Oh, out
live down
there?
they live down that way.
My niece, she had
Hmm.
a long distance boyfriend she met when she was on Maui for a month one time, and
Mhm.
and they're up towards Paia somewhere up there
Mhm.
too. It's really cool up there. That's where all the surfing gets done. You know, the north
Yeah.
side.
The north
It's
side.
always the windy spot. But anyway, it's
Yeah,
that island's different
they're
than
just trying to get things, help out what they can with people there. So
I've seen a lot of aloha going on. There's people are all taking people in other
Yeah.
parts of the island, and they're warning them not to get suckered by realtors to like sell their land because they're trying to like, they're swooping in on them like, "Hey,
well,
we'll give you a great
the
deal."
state is trying to do that too.
It's unbelievable.
Don't let that go over there. There's a bunch of
Unbelievable.
undermining crap that's going on over there right now. That
The
has
water didn't
been
work.
for a long time.
The fire hydrants didn't work. There
I
was
know.
no water. They were dry. I mean, like the shit that's going on over there is insane. And they were talking about how, like, I remember Maui being much greener and lusher, even on
Yeah.
the west side, like, 15 years ago,
Mhm.
20 years ago. And like now it's drier than, it's dusty dry, man. It's like,
It's been years since I've been to Maui. I mean, I was there. How old's my son? He's 36, probably so 39 years ago when I was on Maui. Last time I was there,
yeah,
but
I was complaining about
to
5.
but I've been to on the Big Island in Oahu since then a couple of times. So there being on the Big Island because I like the Kona side.
I want to
over
go
there
I want to go
because
to Kauai.
myself and mosquitoes, with the billions of them that are on those islands.
Dude, that's why Lori and I fell in love with Lahaina, because we loved the fact that it was not that dry, but it was drier and you didn't have the mosquitoes. The minute you went up
exactly.
around Paia and headed out to Hana, it was like the off ad. Remember
Yeah.
when the guy put his arm in like in the window? It was like covered with mosquitoes. That's how it was.
Yeah.
And we don't like that either. We want to be able to sit outside on the lanai and chill
Sure.
out.
To enjoy the weather.
To be
Yeah.
honest, though, I mean, if these developers are coming in and offering them money, you might be better off taking it and just leaving because the chances of those communities ever being what they used to be, or
Well, you gotta remember-
the amount of time it's going to take to rebuild,
Oh yeah, you're
are
talking
they gonna
about
go?
a decade.
you
A
might as well
decade.
just take it and move it to one of the other islands, take the money and go.
I don't know, but that property's been in the hands of these
No.
people for
I mean,
You're talking about the Joe Biden gift of $700 per family?
no, I'm talking
that
about
was a slap in the face.
if the developers are coming in and offering a fair amount for your property. then
No, I
you
understand what you're saying,
probably
but
might be better off taking-
what the city's been trying to do, and the BS that they did with this green crap and the bill that went through, they were supposed to upgrade the electrical grid. Now, I'm not going to say it would have stopped all the fires, but it would have eliminated a lot of them
Would have
because you
helped.
have all these idiots over there talking about the wires are down, saying, "Oh, well, we decided, we put it in green area," and then they're saying, "Oh, well, the power lines fell." Well, if you strengthen the grid, the power lines wouldn't have fallen.
Right. And even the tsunami sirens that they could have used to alert people did.
Yeah, they didn't turn. They didn't. They
And you
didn't-
mentioned that. You mentioned that, I think, on like I was just
Yeah.
chatting and you mentioned that before. Fact. And where
That-
was the fire chief and where was the governor? Not on the island.
Oh, you know what's really interesting.
Well,
Now this is
interesting
going to be
coincidence.
put my
It's gonna get tinfoil hat on. I know. I was thinking the same thing.
No,
it's-
but I'm just saying.
Get a
for
load of
your
this.
own
Wait.
Research is
wait.
the
I gotta tell you-
the police chief of
Yeah.
Maui is the same head investigator for the Las Vegas mass shooting at the MGM.
Wasn't that special? Get a load of this. Lori picked up on this. She said, "Do you remember 9/11 happened on September 11th?
Mhm.
Well, this
Mm.
happened on August 8th, right?
Right.
What's the area code of Hawaii's phones?
808.
808."
Yeah.
Lori's like, "Well, isn't that a coincidence?"
There's a conspiracy
my-
there.
Here we go.
So there's some tinfoil hat shit for you. Yeah. What if?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
saying.
I'm just saying, if you got a
It's all-
family and you want to get back to some normalcy, you're probably better off just selling your property to.
Well,
Well,
what-
don't you
if
think that
they're
there's
giving you a
there's
fair
culture-
offer.
There's a culture in Hawaii
Mhm.
that nothing bad happens here. This is paradise.
Well,
Well,
not everybody that lives in Hawaii is native to Hawaii neither. There's a lot of people.
No,
that
but
live
that's
there
that's the culture they
that
have.
have moved there from.
While
here.
that particular area, there is a great deal.
that's
of-
old. That's old. That's old time.
That's going back to, yeah, I mean, King Kamehameha and stuff.
Yeah.
That is like, that's the origin of Hawaii. That's it. And like,
Lahaina was the main port
that was
Uh,
the main port, right? And the whole whaling industry built from there.
from Lahaina. Exactly.
Mhm. Yep. So like, so I get it. I get why these people, they, I don't know what I would do, but I would fight tooth and nail to stay there. If I like visiting the place, I would probably, if I was even more.
I think
tightly
it all
knit to
depends too, Chuck. You gotta leave a small room for the people that lost family members there, you know?
That is horrible. They don't even. Why are so many car doors closed? You see the cars that were burnt up. Why are
Yeah.
so many car? Who has the time to close their car door when they flee the vehicle? So how many people were in? How many? Those are coffins for how many
Well,
people?
right
I mean,
now,
like,
right now. Hello, Paul.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
Mr.
How are
Hodges,
you?
Paul,
Hey, Paul.
what's up?
Yeah, the one thing that is really tragic is there's, as they're saying right now, it's 1,600 bodies, souls are not accounted for, and a
Yeah.
majority are children.
That bring up the chat.
Because on that island, as you probably
Other
know
people
this,
talking.
Yeah.
the working people the people that worked in Lahaina town and stuff, they didn't have enough money to have childcare, so they would just go home and see their kids like at lunch hour or whatever.
Right.
And they all had to go into work to like save the food, get ice for the freezers and stuff because
there's
no
the
power.
little lady. There's the
Here
little
we
lady.
go.
Yeah, so all those kids were left alone and they didn't know what to do and like
Yeah.
Paul Murray, Port Huron,
horrible.
about me. Steve, he's in California.
Well, like
Chuck, he's in New York. Dominic, he's in Australia. And Justin's in Florida.
Oh, cool.
All over the place.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're
I don't know.
around.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying if they're offering you a fair amount, that's not like a slap in the face.
But see
Because
what
like I
it
said,
means.
not everybody that lived
It's
there
a
wants
slap
to
in
from
the
there.
This is YouTube.
Well, no, not necessarily. If your property was worth 100,000, a developer wants it bad enough and they come in and say, we'll give you 200,000. Why wouldn't you take that money? Because I guarantee
won't.
that's
They'll
more money
pay.
than you're gonna get from the government.
Well,
not
if
to
you'll
mention
pay
the government's gonna
200,000.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't-
but the thing is,
Yeah.
Justin,
The
you're
amount
gonna,
of
you're gonna
devastation.
you take the money, but where are you gonna go?
Where?
Any
Yeah,
of
I
the-
mean,
any
you
of the-
can
any of
buy
the other places you go are
You can't
more
even-
expensive than the old town was over
You
there.
Choose to
My-
live
my
on an
house would
expensive
cost me that.
island though.
And,
yeah,
and-
which
and-
means the property value is exorbitantly high. I mean, you can't buy a house for less than $3 million on Maui. You can't.
Well, what I'm saying is that's your choice to spend that much money on a house though. If you're,
Yeah.
you
Well,
always
if,
what
have
do you
the
want?
someone's gonna
ability-
buy me out, you're gonna buy
What
out
do you
my
want? I'm
property
living on
on,
the streets, Justin, or
No,
what?
but what I'm saying, but
like
why
$3
would you
million
rather not?
and we'll start
Would you
talking
rather
there.
take a good chunk from a developer or would you rather sit and let the government drag their ass for 5 or 6 years trying to get your town.
No, I
back
understand
together.
what you're saying, because
know what
what
I'm
the
saying?
government is talking about is going in and building those 15-minute cities, building the whole thing of Lahaina into it.
Jesus.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
they had gone through 3 of the major hotels over there, had built employee housing over there.
Hey,
And
Ron,
those are the ones that got
Hey,
dropped.
Ron.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Mr. Captain
Hey,
Steve.
Ron.
Aloha.
Well, and if
Yeah.
you're saying that a minimum of a house is 3 million on that island, then obviously
see, Ron?
majority of those people weren't hurting for money then, right?
there's
No,
the
no, no,
little
no.
lady, Ron.
I'm talking the newer construction going up just up the hillside above where Lahaina Town was. There's the main road that you
Right.
pretty much saw. Then up on the hillside heading towards the West Maui Mountains, they're building up there. And the homes are probably 1,1700 square feet, and they were excess of $3 million to buy like
I just wouldn't want to sit around waiting on the government to drag their ass. 'Cause like I said, there's some towns that will, get minor devastation, and it'll take 3-4 years to get back to semi-normal.
Oh, you're talking longer than that. Do you realize all the infrastructure that has to all be redone?
Right,
yeah, it's
that's what
been
I'm saying.
completely it's been
So
just
if
decimated. It's
If they
unbelievable.
came in and offered you a decent amount, you might be better off taking that money and moving. Well, even
Yeah.
if you have to move back to the state side to save.
Well,
money,
that's
I mean,
not cheap to do either.
that's-
Well, yeah, and
No,
most
you
of
ain't gonna
those
do it on
people,
200 grand.
and a lot of the people
Well, I was
there
just
in
using that as an
Lahaina are
example.
I know,
old
I
time,
know, I'm
old
saying.
time
And
families
you
there.
have to get up too, don't you? Huh?
They have extended families. They've been on the island
mean,
forever.
It
Yeah.
is what it is, though. Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Is like,
No, I know.
if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do it. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just the
Hard.
BS that I'm hearing about the state wanting to come in there and buy up Lahaina
Mm.
Yeah.
and then take it over, turn it into a 15-minute city complex over there, like a smart city.
yeah, I think it should definitely be up to the individual landowner whether they want to sell or not. But I'm saying that that's the case, right? But at the same time, they need to be offering fair amounts for the properties if they decide to sell them.
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah.
all high rise, dense, dense.
It's gonna be
housing.
it's gonna be a mini Honolulu. It's gonna be so sad what
Yeah.
they're gonna do to it. In my opinion, that's what I envision. I envision like something like
You do it.
Kanapali is
Yeah.
kind of like a mini
Yeah.
Honolulu. This will be like
Mhm.
Kanapali worse. Just up the
Oh,
road.
there's Gracie.
Oh, yeah, Gracie's here.
That's what I'm saying, Mark. And yeah,
Right.
some of those poorer neighborhoods might have not have had home insurance, so they
Lord.
that might be their only choices to take the money. Because what else are they gonna do?
Well, I don't know. And they lost all the thing that sucks is they used to have the sugarcane industry and everything else where there are other jobs. Now that all that's left is basically tourism based stuff. There's services, there's service jobs, which a lot of these were gone now. And then there's like construction. That's kind of it. That's all you have
Yeah.
on that island.
Because I'll tell you from my experiences with FEMA in Florida, they don't pay to get your house rebuilt. They'll just pay you to live in a cheap ass travel trailer for a couple of years till you get back on your feet. But you got to figure out how you're going to fix your house.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
They don't just give you 100,000 and say, here, go fix your house
Mm-mm.
because you didn't have insurance on it, right? Like, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
These
I don't know about
people-
I don't know about the insurance situation, but that sounds pretty sketchy too. Given that these people couldn't afford to have their kids in daycare, that they'd come home and check on them at lunch hour and stuff. I mean, that it sounds like the budget's pretty tight, right?
That's what I'm saying. So
I know
yeah,
you
they-
are, and it's like,
I'm just that's what Mark was saying. He goes, I'm assuming that some of them didn't have it. And that's what I'm saying. So yeah, it might be your only option is to take the money because how are you going to rebuild your house?
you won't be
You
able
don't
to.
Yeah,
have
I
the
don't-
build-
you don't
building
get-
costs will be through the
right.
roof.
Oh
That's what I'm
man,
saying.
that's what yeah, I agree. I mean, like we were talking about how like just up on the hillside, $3 million easy to build even just a small home. Like the one Lori and I
So
Yeah,
Ron,
'cause-
how did you went into work for a while today?
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
Probably
It went,
sucked.
no, it went very well.
Well,
One of
good.
the
Well, what's really nice for Ron is Chuck, he's 45 minutes to work, where it was 4.5 hours to work before.
Oh, I used to be 45 minutes to work. Now I'm down to like 20, so I'm happy. Yeah, I imagine that's a big improvement though for you to cut down that far. So yeah.
And the weather.
Yeah, but hey, Ron, you're still going what? Back up there tomorrow or something? For DOT?
Yeah, stupid me, but the money's good.
Well, tell him what they're paying you. to
You
go
don't need to
back
know.
there to part-time.
Time and a half. Well, I guess they kind of call it a crisis shift or whatever. It's time and a half plus $10 an hour.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's, I haven't quite figured it out yet with the flight pay, the shift diff. It's a weekend. I don't know, 60 some dollars an hour.
Are you gonna do any more work over Bismarck or
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bismarck's hell?
Yeah. Already got phone calls for that. People like, hey, can you work this day? And no, if somebody just wants a day off, then I get straight time. But if it's a shift that's open that can't get filled, that's a crisis shift. Yeah,
So how are the people there?
they're nice. They're I'm getting to meet different people. One girl come out, she was in they have like a supervisor's office, and she come out of there and she come out into the garage, and I was in one of the ambulances, and she's like, Ron, just want to let you know you kind of impressed the bosses today. I'm like, what'd I do? Your fact that you drove in here and your main purpose was to see I only got 36 hours this week. They want you to get 40. I could have stayed late the other night. They offered, hey, if you want to stay till 11 o'clock, you're more than welcome. But I'm like, I was brain dead the other night. And anything I would have tried to absorb wouldn't have absorbed. So I went in today. I didn't tell them I was looking for an excuse to take the motorcycle for a ride, but I rode over there, and they thought it was cool that I made it a purpose just to come over and do a little studying, and then I tore one ambulance apart. I went through every inch of it.
Yeah.
And
Well, you gotta know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and
so my first ride time is in a couple weeks. Class all next week again. So,
Oh,
so you haven't been out on a call or anything yet then?
no.
Well, this new company, Steve, is very controlling.
yeah.
Mhm.
With all of his experience and the years of experience, he's got 2 weeks worth of classes to take.
Oh,
Everybody does. They don't play favorites.
Well, the only good thing about it is it's a company that's proactive of instruction and taking care of their employees and teaching them properly. That
You know,
is huge.
I did see that. They even had the
yes, go ahead.
hospital chaplain.
Uh-huh.
He'd come in and spend 2 hours with
What's
us
that?
in the hospital orientation. One of the things he made clear to us, he said, you guys are out on a bad call. You're out with a family, and you're at a house and you're going to be there a bit. And a parent dies or a baby dies or whatever, and you need me, you call me. I'll come right there.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he went around the room to like 25 people. Tell
Mhm.
me who you are, where you're from, what got you into EMS, what got you to Gillette, Wyoming. Let you talk for 5 minutes. It was kind of cool.
That is.
Yeah. I just sat there and listened and checked out all the eye candy. There were some cute nurses that day.
I thought you were checking all the eye candy out of Sturgis last week.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why are we looking at Paul's crotch?
We are.
What?
Oh, that's
Didn't
nice.
notice that.
That's something
That's
just
nice. Little camera angle problems.
What's wrong? Got a problem?
Oh, we're number one. Number one. We're
I got a
number
dog
one.
outside, so. I
Yeah,
gotta
we
get-
we saw Paul's problem.
It's only a little one.
Yeah, but at least it's a problem.
No, sorry.
Well, tonight isn't Northeast Drone on tonight again?
yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, Matt's usually on Fridays.
Ron, how many Hail Marys you gonna say for all that sins of the flesh you were looking at over there at Sturgis?
Yeah,
He's gonna.
Yeah,
He can't say enough of them.
yeah. It's true.
Hey, how's the herd doing, Ron?
I don't know. Tough shit. They're on their own today. Damn, maybe out. It's 98 degrees outside.
Ooh,
Mm.
You looking
They
for
used
water?
they used to hang out underneath his deck.
Not
And
anymore.
he boarded it off.
98
Really?
Degrees. Cry
Yep.
me a river.
Yeah.
Build me a bridge. Get over it.
Been sitting here, I've been down here in Florida baking for the last 3 weeks. I don't wanna hear it. Oh yeah, our heat index has been like 105. We had a couple days where it was 115.
Here's the weird thing about tomorrow. Like, I'm hardly taking anything with me. I'm taking one little lunch bag. I normally take a big, like, cooler. I don't have to pack any
I know what
clothes.
you want. You want back up my lap.
What's
Yeah,
the,
there's no staying there. He drives back and forth.
yeah.
Yep. Going up tomorrow morning, come home Sunday morning.
Holy crap, well, all, just like 1 12-hour shift?
24.
Oh, you got 24 shift, 24 hours.
Now, where do they put you up for during that 24-hour shift?
I stay right there at the hangar. We have my own bedroom.
Oh, they got a bedroom for you? Okay.
Mhm. One for the medic, one for the nurse, 2 for the pilots. Same thing at the helicopter hangar.
Mhm.
Yeah, 1 bedroom for everybody.
Now, do they have fixed wing too, or just helicopters?
Fixed wing at Dickinson and helicopter in Bismarck. So
So, what, they got an alarm system goes off when they, want you to go out or what?
oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Chuck, I just realized I'm worse than you.
How's that possible?
I just can't seem to get my ass in gear and get that Alaska video done.
It's hard.
I just have
full
work.
time. It's hard.
There's so many other things on my mind that I'm doing, and
Well, it's
but it
hard
started
on
out really
perfectionists,
cool
so
though.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you still using your 1X2? Are you using your 1X2, or have you moved on to the X3? Just curious, because I still have this thing. Still have the
Yeah.
X2.
I took the X. Well, if you, I don't bust your balls, but if you're 100% supporter,
Oh, yeah.
my last video, the one I did of my Montana motorcycle ride, almost 75% of it was the X2.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. Jeez, my light doesn't want to stand. Whatever.
yeah, he was
Oh,
showing
that's
Matt how to
better than
properly
anything.
do 360
When
footage.
the clock stopped working.
The
Yeah,
360 footage come out awesome. phenomenal.
I'm not a fan of the camera, but I have a couple of usages for it when I go on vacation next time. I think I have to bring it just because it's so light. Like the 1-inch
is.
sensor one is so freaking heavy. It's like 3 times as heavy as this thing.
Really?
It feels like it. You should have seen it on the selfie stick in
Put it up,
Alaska.
put it
Thing
up,
on
Put it
Alaska.
Put it on a scale.
I will, but I'm not. I can just tell you when I had it on a selfie stick in Alaska and I extended, it was going. Whoa, 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 whoa. It was
Yeah,
not
that's all-
good.
That's
Hey,
the
Lynn.
problem. That's the
Lenny.
problem Matt has with
Hey,
the
see
X3
Linda
on
in
the
the chat.
scooter.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the up close stuff, you end up seeing like this. This is happening on the stuff that's up close. Your subjects that are up close, and then further out, it's okay. But
Hey, Steve, aren't you supposed to be getting like a hurricane or something?
Yeah,
while you're-
hurricane tropical storm coming
It's
in
gonna get
tomorrow late afternoon. It's right over the top of us.
You guys put your rain hat on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Hurricane Hillary.
How apropos for the name, right?
and you're gonna get. I knew someone's gonna get some heat for that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, did you see Epstein was right behind her?
Is Lynn home now?
Well, somebody's probably gonna be offended. They'll change the name in the middle of the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul,
Maybe.
is Lynn
Yeah.
home now?
What's that?
Is Lynn home now?
Yeah, she just came home.
Yeah, okay.
Well, could change it to Killary.
Well, no, I'm saying, but if it's negative towards the Clinton family, won't they just, off the storm?
Yeah.
like they do
Yeah.
everybody else.
No, they're
Yeah.
just gonna, no, they're gonna off everybody else. That's what the storm.
That's
They're
what
gonna
they.
off all
That's
the
what they
weather,
do. Yeah, that's what they do.
All the
right, they
weathermen are
make-
just gonna
if you're-
mysteriously disappear.
If you're a problem, you just disappear. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, in
Speaking
fact,
of,
I'm
Why do you
waiting
think
right
all
now
those
to just
dudes
get
in
a-
Georgia are getting threatened now because they foolishly had that on TV, and then like now they're all getting threatened. So,
She's got two more homes, but the one she's got.
God, I would have loved for 66 degrees. That's short weather outside.
Mm,
it is 64 out here right now.
I would love that right now.
Let me
I
just
could
double
actually
check,
turn
make
the
sure
air
it's
conditioner off.
it's literally
Yeah, it's like
64
that.
degrees right now outside. It's fabulous.
So Hodges, so that's
Oh.
the little lady beside you there?
Yep, she's here. Didn't you see her?
Well, you were really quick.
He was pretty
Okay,
fast.
ready?
Ready?
Okay, there you go. You see that?
Jesus.
You're terrible.
Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, good. How was your trip?
It was good.
Yeah, she didn't get home till 3 o'clock, and I picked her up at 4 o'clock to bring her down here for the weekend.
mm.
She was over to Tecumseh, Michigan for a week. So
Well, he sure did miss you. He talked about you the entire time you were gone.
Did he?
well, half the time I was online, I was in her texting her.
All right.
So,
W said it's 110 there.
Yeah, I can beat that one. I'm half that.
Sure you can.
The last 2 days hasn't been as bad though. It's been in the 80s. But the
Yeah.
week before that, oh my God, dude, it was
I brought
the easy
more
bake oven
propane
down
with
there.
me.
Send some
I'm gonna
down
have to-
here.
It depends.
I
what
brought
jet ski's
more
hanging around.
propane with me because I figure I'm gonna have to run the furnace tonight. Take the
Propane and propane accessories.
Propane and propane accessory. Damn it, Bobby.
Oh, no.
Hey, Lynn, wait a minute.
I,
There's
I
Lynn
was-
right there.
I was in the hardware store
Hey.
picking up a tank.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
yep, there she is. Now I can see
Yeah,
her.
we had the same conversation at the hardware store, Justin. It was the same thing, man. I said that propane and propane accessories. He says, damn it, Bobby."
Oh, you went and flew this earlier, Paul?
Yeah,
Well, were you flying that, Paul?
yeah.
Yeah?
Were you,
Oh,
were you
okay.
on the boat?
Nice camera work.
Here's it coming in, they're getting off the boat. This is the second video,
It's great camera work.
but you know what? I'll show you where I almost lost it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
Coming up right here.
What's on
Keep
your
your
left?
eye over here in this corner.
Are the lights scattered?
No, there's a bridge tender right there.
Oh,
Oh, man. Well, dude, you gotta be be
Fix that
aware of your
very quickly,
surroundings.
yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Paul, did you hit
I'm down around the corner flying it. I can't even see the drone.
No, don't.
What
You
What
didn't
was
just say
Adam
that out
keeping
loud,
it
did
in
you? You
line
didn't
of
say that.
sight?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
you didn't say
line
that
of
out loud,
sight.
did you?
Oh, definitely.
Paul, did you
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
the 3 dots or the 2
Yeah,
dots?
the line of sight, you would have seen.
I had a spotter right there.
Oh,
good.
dude, just spin the drone around and get aware of your surroundings, and then fly to your heart's content, man. Just gotta know what's around you. Wind's blowing pretty good. See those flags going?
Oh,
pretty
it was
well.
really windy down there. Yep.
Looks like heavy duty there. Nice. Now you can see that pylon.
Yep. And there's the river out to the St. Clair River. That came up here.
How muddy it is.
Yeah, that's a muddy that's a
Pretty-
dirty
pretty-
old
is-
river.
Is it pretty shallow?
Yeah, it's about 12, 15 feet deep.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ron, did you see Luminar Neo? They're coming out with an upgrade here this month, the end of the month or the beginning.
I have not seen.
Yeah, what's his name? Jim Nix or whatever his name is.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
doing
yeah.
a thing on it the other day, but you're going to be able to take a brown water and turn it blue with
Really?
the new update.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I know they got a big upgrade in the AI algorithm on it.
Yeah,
Because I
Okay.
think they're trying to go after what supposedly I heard, I haven't seen it, but with supposedly, is it Lightroom? Yeah, Lightroom. As you're working on it, that you can say, put sun here, and verbally to say it, and the AI is picking it up and dropping it into the image.
Da Vinci has started to add functionality like that too. I haven't
But-
played with it yet, but like the latest Da Vinci 18.5 has some stuff like that that I've yet to dabble in.
but with Luminar Neo, you can do that anyways.
Is that the
But put
latest
your sun
version?
in, Yeah,
Of what? Which one? We were talking about
Da
like three
Vinci.
different things. Yeah, 18.5 is the new one.
Oh, you actually downloaded the latest. Ballsy there.
Yay.
Oh, me? You mean
Yay.
me?
Usually you're afraid of the newer versions of Da
It's
Vinci.
I waited like how long's it been out? A few weeks. I did not jump right on it, Justin. I was scared for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing was I was working on projects. I wanted to get them done before I did it because I don't want to get, if I have something mid-project and I do it. I had problems last year with the Alaska stuff when I did something foolish like
Mm.
that. It really made it miserable for me.
Now, what are they doing? Just cruising down a river?
Yeah, it's a river cruise.
Wow, you're keeping
Well,
right with them
that
there,
was
man.
today, Paul.
It was
today.
windier than hell.
I mean, do they do anything? Like, are they just
Oh,
literally
they
just
just, they
cruising?
give you a tour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they had like a little restaurant inside or something.
No,
Okay.
That sort of thing needs alcohol, I reckon.
I would think so. Seems
Well,
That's for
appropriate.
sure.
Paul, was Lynn on that?
yes,
You need to do a little
she's on the
restaurant.
she
She's
wasn't
waving down there.
right over,
Oh, nice.
right over there.
Oh, I can't-
Be nice to
Mm.
do a little restaurant boat like that. Could you imagine being there eating as you're cruising down the river? That'd be cool.
Mm.
Wow, she had her very own camera crew. All right. I'm gonna jump to see what Lori's up to. But,
Okay.
gentlemen, ladies,
There's
everybody.
Lynn right
Paul,
there.
that's-
Yeah, we'll see you
Paul, that's
later.
not very clear.
Yeah,
It's not clear for everybody
Take
else.
care,
too.
Chuck. Have
You
a good
too.
weekend.
Yeah, you guys
Well,
too.
I
Might
think,
cross
Paul,
paths
it was
again.
because it was
Yeah.
bouncing up and down so much
That
that I wasn't
clear,
getting
though.
a
Yeah,
clear image in some cases.
Well, I know it was like pixelated a bit.
No, that was Zoom doing that.
Was it?
Yeah. Zoom wasn't
Did you
wasn't-
post that, Paul?
No, not yet. I haven't even edited it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lynn says, yes, there is a snack bar on board.
Okay.
I was gonna say
And there was
there's
yeah,
gotta
there
be.
It was a stream, oh, it was Stream Time Live group, eh? The
Yep.
private cruise. Okay. How'd she get on it? The Stream Time
She's
Live?
she's buddies with the Stream Time Live people.
Oh, okay.
You know, Lynn knows everybody.
I thought you were all buddy with them too. Why didn't you?
I
go
was
with
at
her?
one time, not so much
Oh,
anymore.
what happened?
Who's that?
Stream Time Live, they have cameras around the US.
I remember Paul used to do the camera stuff.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Stream Time Live.
Kind of like we have here, they have but it's a private group for San Diego Harbor. And they're live webcams that are scattered all over the harbor. And
Mm.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good.
I know they're trying to generate more revenue
Use the ship
in order to
as
put additional cameras up. But I mean, some of the coolest shots, like because they had the USS Nimitz was taken off the other morning and it was all foggy in the inside and they're watching
Yeah.
it and you're looking at a profile and all of a sudden it comes straight on and it just like breaks through the fog area and you're just
Mhm.
like, wow.
Them aircraft carriers are something else when you see one in person.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Freaking things are huge. The
Well, I
4.5 acres.
I know what is it? I'm trying to think of the name of the class, that new hyper cruiser class, the 1000 and 1001. The 1000 just moved its home port from San Diego and it's now headed to Mississippi.
New aircraft carrier?
No, that, one of those
Oh,
new, high-tech,
Attack
attack, not destroyer. I'm trying to think what they call them.
cruiser,
Nimitz-
isn't it?
Yeah,
Nimitz
cruiser.
class, right? Yeah,
Cruiser Nimitz class.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, sure.
There's only two of them in the whole
Oh, the-
entire,
Oh, the Zumwalt, is that the
Yeah.
one you're thinking of?
yeah,
Yeah, it's that really oddly shaped one that's all stealth and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the
In
one that
fact, that's
was-
being transferred to Hornport to Mississippi. They're on their way now. They're underway.
Yeah. Those things were so high tech and so expensive, they only built 2 of them.
Yeah, the operating costs are through the roof, I guess.
Huh.
Crazy.
Well, apparently the missiles they built for those 2 were so damn expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to
I-
pay for the armaments, not just the ship, but the armaments aboard those ships is just astronomical.
Well, it just goes to show you when something is so high tech
Mm,
that it's even too much for the US military to make.
mm.
Yeah.
It's makes you feel pretty good.
Anyways, guys, you're gonna take off. I haven't cut any grass or done anything.
Okay, Paul.
Cause I was a little later getting down
Hey,
here.
Paul,
Yo.
you do whatever the missus tells you to do.
Okay, I'll
Exactly.
promise to behave myself.
Yep.
Jesus.
There you go. Okay, Paul.
Bye-bye,
I mean,
Paul.
See you guys. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
That's like the F-22, you know, they were supposed to make what, 900 or something of those,
Yeah,
but they were so advanced and so expensive, they only made, I think there's like 194 operational ones.
yeah, I know. Very expensive. Well, and like you're talking about the armament for that ship, but just even the armaments. I mean, look at how much was it for the missile that took out the Chinese balloon? Was it like 5 some odd million for one shot?
Fuck that, Mark. I wouldn't trust anything the Chinese built. Their build
Exactly.
quality is crap on most things. Dude, I was watching a video the other day and they were inside of a building that had just gotten built. And a guy took a frozen water bottle and was smacking a pillar in the building and it was crumbling
Mm.
because they mixed it with some kind of styrofoam mix.
Hmm.
And it's like a main support pillar of like a 30-story building. It's like, what in the hell? Oh, hell no.
Well,
Probably-
I know, well, Mark's saying though, it is, they will build it cheaper. It was like, this is in 1976, 77. I had a liquor store, and at the time, the walk-in boxes in the fan units, they used to have those big ass fans for the coils in there. And they had just come out with one. And so instead of having like two or three big fans, it was 6 of these small fractional horsepower fans that are on there. So you got more height, the coils were in there, more efficient. Guy from China was in their shop, and he says, "Do you mind if I take a picture?" I go, "No, go ahead," takes the picture. 9 months later, he sends me a letter with a brochure. His company was a refrigeration company. He's producing them 9 months after he took that picture.
Well, like I said, if you look at a lot of their military equipment they've built, I mean, a lot of analysts have looked at it and they call it the poor man's version
Yeah,
because they're not, to be honest, the Chinese aren't very good at cloning things. Look at a lot of stuff they do clone. It's always way crappier than the original. I mean, even shit that like you see on Wish.
Yeah.
Simple crap like as seen on TV products, they can't even get those
Hmm.
right. Like there's just always like some shortfall with them where they don't work just as good as
well,
the originals.
what I want to see is their new AI design for shipbuilding. Supposedly they have it down to where they can get, instead of like a 1-year development time of concept. Okay, I'm just talking about a concept design that it would take for any major, naval vessel. They cut that thing down to time within 1 week. Their AI computers designed it there's testing it right now. And of the areas that they took, that they picked the AI out, and then they had the manual way of doing it. Every measurement, everything was dead on the money of what they had.
Well, one problem too, like I was watching some videos on about China too, is the one biggest problem they have is they only have one main defense contracting company in China. So
Mhm.
there's nothing there for competition because it's all government controlled by
Yeah.
one company. Where over here you have
That
Lockheed
is-
Martin, you have Boeing. So
Raytheon,
these guys really have to get and think out of the box and build things to compete with each other, right? For
yeah,
contracts. And so you tend to get better innovation and better products and stuff by companies having
Oh, yeah.
competition with each other versus one state controlled company that pretty much can just do whatever the hell they want.
mhm.
And that doesn't always build the best quality of products.
No, that's for sure. And
I
it'll be
mean-
interesting, to see what the United States is gonna, well, from what I've been hearing about bringing some semiconductor plants, getting them up here and getting them running. There's a couple of locations, one in Ohio and one in Arizona. Brand new facilities that they're in the design stage right now of getting them in for semiconductor. Get out there and get more companies out there working, and you're gonna get them competing against each other. You're gonna get a better product, gonna be more affordable.
It's like, like how they say China and North Korea have the biggest navies. It's because they count every fucking canoe in the water as a naval vessel. And if you look at their numbers, a large majority of both their navies, they're just patrol vessels.
Yeah.
Little patrol vessels, but they count it as a naval ship when it's
Yeah,
not actually.
because they have guns on board, so now it's a naval ship.
Right, but when you have 300 of those and only, 300 of your actual ships are real naval ships. I mean, to me, that's fudging the numbers to make yourself look bigger than you actually are.
Hmm.
And like I said, I've seen the videos of their build quality and they seem to cut a lot of corners on shit because they're trying to make unrealistic deadlines that the government's setting on them and stuff, and they don't
Mhm.
have the ability to say no, right?
Well, look at the Three Gorges dams, the Three Gorges
Oh, have
Dam
you
over
seen
there.
the satellite footage of that?
Yeah, the way it's
Mhm.
bowing.
Yeah, it used to be straight, and then they tried to say Google satellites were fucked up.
Yeah, the
Mm.
algorithm is off
Oh,
on it.
come on now. It's clear as day. You can see the before picture from
Yeah.
6, 7 years before. And then Google retook another picture and you could clearly see it was bowing out.
And there is where the concrete is crumbling in a lot of areas. If that dam goes, you're talking a
Big disaster.
catastrophic disaster beyond
Well-
any ever compared.
Well, technically Skydio's an AI company. They're not really a drone company. That was just something they ventured off into, but technically they're an artificial intelligence company. That was their original. That's
Yeah,
what they actually originally started as. And they're actually very good at that. You can't downplay them. They might not have made DJI drones like the same quality, but their
JDS.
AI is pretty damn good from what the public can see.
John. No, they are. They're out. They're very good at what they do.
I mean, and they're drone. They're in the Skydio. There was nothing really wrong with that drone. It was it only had really one specific use case, and because it wasn't really made for flying around doing cinematic stuff and going out long distances, people always wanted to compare them to DJI drones when they were just mainly in a class of their own. I mean, they were just a follow me drone. That was the one thing I thought was stupid when Skydio came out with the second version and they added more range to it. I was like, why did it need more range? The drone should never be more than
Well,
300-400
a lot of
feet from me.
There I can go back and tell you, a lot of people were having trouble with distances, and one of those was Sean Oz. He was having all kinds of problem with distance. with losing signal.
Well, how far away was he going though? Because if you're doing follow
that-
me, you honestly you
Not
shouldn't be
that
more than-
far. I'm talking within line of sight.
Yeah, because honestly, you shouldn't be more than 200-300 feet from me. If you're doing follow me stuff, and that's even pretty far away from you. You know what
Well,
I'm
he
saying?
had some good stuff when they were doing that flare run that they did down the back country, and they had the Skydio over there following them. Plus, they had the FPV pilot following them. But I mean, without a doubt, it's a great drone for tracking.
I mean, a DJI has a lot of flaws too. I mean,
Hey, Ron, I was going to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of this company before for mapping? Oh, wrong one. Hold on.
Hmm.
It is called OnX Map.
Use it every hunt.
What a great map. I'll tell you what, the part that's scary though, because I'm on a trial thing for it. You go over a home, it gives the person's name, their contact, their information, everything that
Oh.
owns it, everything about it.
Yes, and that's the whole idea behind it. Well, see what it says about me.
It may not be updated because my neighbor across the street is not updated yet.
Is it a one-time fee or is it you got
Annual
Annual.
fee.
annual?
what are you using it for? Steve?
$29 or $29 or $30 for one state, $100 for the whole US.
Oh, they got it broken down by what state you're in?
Well, you can pick any state you want. It tells me about me. I'm in Mule Deer Hunt Area 3. In the Black Hills. Hunt area that I'm in is Keyhole National Park or State Park. Let's see. What else does it say about me?
So it's a tracking map of where your drone is, right?
No.
No, it's see, like
A
right,
hi- a hiking.
all you have to do is you turn on your GPS and then you touch the property that you're on, like here. I don't know how well you can see this, Paul.
Yep,
I don't know
they
if
can
you
see
care
it.
to- You blow me up or whatever, but you see my GPS dot?
Yep,
Yeah.
That's my property there.
that's
Mhm.
where
As
you
soon
are
as
at.
I touch it, my whole property lights up. It's probably it's geared toward hunters, so you know whose property you're on.
Why does it say asshole in the green box?
Yeah.
I said, why does it say asshole in the green box?
I don't know. It's pretty accurate though.
Yeah.
But it gives my address, my acreage, the coordinates. See more information. What hunt area I'm in. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
No,
like if I
say
look at
my-
my house, I mean, it gives every person's name, everybody in the whole entire hood, their name. You click on it, it will come up there and give the the contact mailing information.
Yep. Yeah, use it every day when I'm hunting.
Because I remembered you used one and I couldn't remember it, and that's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, and then you can, whatever you save on your phone, it saves to a desktop app. Yeah, it's awesome.
And then you can use it to offline and show a track of exactly where it is and send it to somebody else, and then they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
come right to
And
your
I can
coordinates.
send my coordinates to someone else, like, hey, or send all the information that I have about where all the tree stands are on that property. I could send to one of my fellow guides.
Mhm.
What else can I do? I can get weather. I can get compass direction I'm going. And oh, you know what's cool? And I'll tell you what, it's pretty damn accurate. If I pull up a piece of property and I know, all right, I'm down here at this fence line, and I see the next property and I see the fence line. And I can sit there and put a dot on the fence line that I'm standing on and put a dot on the fence line that I'm looking at, might be 800 yards away. Let me see some
Really?
And I ask it to measure it. It's within a couple feet of
Wow.
accuracy. Yeah.
Mm.
You know what app I downloaded that I found quite useful yesterday?
What's that?
The sex offender tracking app. I can see what little assholes were sitting
Well,
around
were
me.
you, so you were the number one person on the app when it launched?
No, I wanted to see which ones lived around me.
That's what I said. You were the number one person on the app when it launched.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, for killing one of them, that's about it. No, I
Is
was
your-
on there. The closest one to me was only about a mile away.
Yeah.
Is your brother from another mother coming on tonight, Justin?
Oh yeah, he should be on.
Okay.
But no, it's actually a free app through the government.
No, we have it
Yeah.
here too.
Yeah, it's actually done by the government, and it's
Mhm.
what was the name of it? Let me see here. And yeah, it's called, so on the App Store, it's NSOPW,
Mhm.
and it's from the United States Department of Justice. And it will actually give you their name, their address, what case, it'll tell you all about the case and everything
Yeah.
of each person on the screen. I just was curious because I heard somebody on a video on YouTube talk about it the other day, and I was like, I want to download that and see who the hell's around me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Well, we'll get ready, some things ready for tomorrow, but not a whole lot. I'm only going to be gone one day.
Wow. But that's cool.
Yeah.
It's just strictly training, right?
I'm
Oh,
going. up
this is his part-time job.
Oh,
Going up to the
the
old-
part-time
old-
job's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just going up to fly tomorrow.
When do you go back to your full-time job? What day?
Monday.
Monday.
I'll be home
Nice, Aaron.
Sunday morning, actually probably Sunday night. I got to stop at Dawn's on the way and paint his deck. He's starting to realize.
He's not doing too well, is he?
What's that?
God's not doing too well, is he?
No, not really. I'm noticing over the last month or two, he's starting to rely on people for a lot more stuff. And, when he crashed that tractor last week, a couple weeks ago, like I went up yesterday and, I was dead tired. I get up, was out the door at 4 yesterday morning, went out and helped Ralph all day. I was setting up tree stands and getting ready for hunting. And I got done at 2. I stopped at his house on the way through and saw that 3/4 of his grass wasn't mowed. So I mowed his grass. Then I'm like, Don, I gotta go. I'm tired. I said, I'll be back Sunday. I'll get your deck painted. So I'm trying my best to do my stuff and help him as well. So, but Sarah's taking donations for a mom vacation.
Hey,
What's that?
put the PayPal link in the chat.
Well, anywho, hey, Steve, I had a good chat. 2 Fridays ago with Tomas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
How's he doing?
good, doing
Oh,
good.
good. Yeah,
I'll
I gotta,
probably
I gotta give him a
buzz
call.
tomorrow. Yeah.
He's
I
got,
usually
what did you
call him
say?
on the way up to Dickinson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, everything seems, he's making progress and things sound good.
Yeah, the last time when I did talk with him, it's been about 3 weeks, I think. And I know he was set to go back to the doctor back up in Dublin again
Yeah,
and get on
Really?
with it. And he'd lost quite a bit of weight too.
yeah,
That
So-
part I'm happy for, because you could tell the
Yep.
difference in him talking with him.
yeah. I could actually kind of see it in him a little bit.
Hmm.
So, well, anywho, guys, I'm gonna go get some stuff done, and maybe I will catch up to you later.
Okay, Ron.
If I don't see you, have a safe shift,
Yeah,
man.
Ron, we'll see you later.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Time. See if Matt messaged me at all.
Mm.
Yeah, we were talking, me and Matt were messaging earlier today, we just yelling obscenities at each other in the chat. Called each other some very colorful names.
Really?
Actually, that was this morning, right before Paul's show started.
Mm,
He did say, I don't think I can do a live show anymore. When I see your face, all I think about is bulge gets bigger. For that last video.
yeah.
When I gross the cop out on GTA.
I'm not ignoring everybody. I've just got I'm getting this newsletter scheduled here, and I'll be back to full attention here in just a second.
Mm.
Is it
Hi, Russell.
What's up, Russell? Okay, I was just
What's
wondering if the chat
up?
was frozen again.
Oh, not again.
No, it keeps doing that to me. Like sometimes it will freeze and then all of a sudden, boom, it will catch up and then like 20 people's things pop in the chat that I didn't see. So now I've just been refreshing it like every 10 minutes just because it keeps doing that. Like I said, I wish YouTube would redo the live
Get their
chats.
shit together. Yeah.
They're just, it's so dated looking.
Mm.
At least on Twitch and stuff, you know, everybody has different colors. It
Yeah.
just looks more lively. Just so boring and bland.
Yeah.
You're either gray or blue, and that's it.
Yeah. Not much excitement.
Matter of fact, next time I do my monthly YouTube they send, if you're monetized, they'll send you a monthly
Survey?
like survey. I'm gonna put that in the survey.
Yeah.
Like, please, for the love of God, redo your chat. Matter of fact, let me see if they even sent me one. I don't always do them when they ask me to.
How far are you from Palm Beach?
So me?
Yeah.
About 2.5 hours, 3
Oh,
hours, depending on
quite a ways
traffic.
away.
Yeah.
Man, I saw a thing about a tree fell over on a school bus over there.
Mm.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, right, a big ass tree fell over right on a school bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, thank goodness everybody was okay.
Mm.
Well, right on a school bus. What, everybody was okay? Anybody injured?
Not as far as I could tell. No one got injured. It just fell over and crushed it. You know, dented in the side of it and everything, but it didn't come all the way down
Sure.
in to where
Yeah.
it'd be on top of the children. I'm sure it blew
Yeah.
out windows.
Yeah,
Yeah, here, I'll just have to make sure I get my my inflatable pumped up here once this rain starts coming in. And
Yeah.
start taking it and do some runs down the street with it.
What the hell?
No,
No, that one didn't.
we're
even
just
give
gonna
me-
end up with just a lot of rain. Is all we're gonna end up with. And wind. And the big thing is of the harbor, just like it is for you guys over there in Florida. Because we don't get that. Like I said, it's 1930 something was the last time that we had a hurricane come through here. But there'll be local coastal flooding, especially up towards the city. So if you ever heard of Huntington Beach, they're so low there, it'll be flooding into the businesses up on Main Street.
Yeah.
So did you take a couple of different flights? Filming
Yeah.
Len?
Hmm.
Are they posted? Because I didn't see anything come in.
Who are you talking to?
Paul,
Paul, Murray?
yeah,
Oh, he froze.
he froze.
He might get kicked here in a second. It's gonna revert one of us to host.
Yeah. Interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the going on what Mark said, with the members in green, you'd think if you're paying, you should be able to,
Choose
check.
your color.
Yeah.
You should be able to choose your color as a member.
Oh, I know that, but with a moderator's the only one that can check the name in terms of go to their channel. If I'm paying money, I want to go to their channel as well. I think they've got that wrong.
I don't even think that should be a feature with having a wrench.
Yeah.
Anybody should be able to come into any chat and click on a name and go to channel whether you have a wrench or not.
Yeah.
To me, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moderators should have a little bit extra, but at the same time, if you're coming into a chat, you want to see what everybody else is doing.
Mhm.
But I think if you're a member or a moderator, you should be able to choose the color of what your name comes up as.
Yeah.
Like I said, their chat's just old and dated looking. They really need
Yeah.
to do a serious update to it, to the live chats.
Yeah.
For what? You mean Zoom?
No, I'm talking about for YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, the
It'd be
YouTube.
nice to see it updated, maybe some new font, maybe be able to choose what color you want your name to be in, Like just kind of update it a little bit. It just looks old and dated. Like they've been
Yeah.
using the same live chat layout forever.
well,
What feature I would like to see on the live chat is what I think would be cool is being able to put a picture of your channel behind the chat. And when people come into your chat, that's what
you're
they see.
talking about graphic overload now.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on now. It's YouTube. They can handle it.
No, because they're not. They're going to sit there and they're only going to worry about the big people and they don't give a shit about you. And what they do care about is all the multi-million-dollar channels that are out there that they're making their money on. And they use the old thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
Well, they're fixing all the crap all the time that ain't broke.
Here
Oh,
comes
there it
Paul again.
goes. And he's host again.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
His internet did that to him this morning.
All of
too.
all of a sudden I lost power.
Oh no.
And you guys don't have no storms coming through or nothing, do you?
You had a storm come through, Paul?
Yeah, I was asking if he did.
Oh,
He tends to lose power and internet a lot when storms come through.
your lights are back on, right, Paul?
Yeah. Yeah, cause look at his, if you see.
Yeah,
the
I can see it over there,
reflection-
the ceiling light.
Well, and look in the reflection of his TV, he's got his blinds closed and everything.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Oh, he's froze up again.
we're still
Oh,
on.
no. No, he's on.
Oh, no, he
frozen.
moved.
Yes, my bull.
Russell said, pay your electric bill, that won't happen. Yeah.
Electric bill, I don't even want to talk about that.
I've only been on for an hour and a half, Donald.
Yeah,
We're the fifth highest rates or fourth highest rates in the nation.
no.
Oh, did you
Are-
see that the Russian ruble is now $1 is 100 rubles now?
Is it now?
One US dollar.
Wow.
Mm,
And if you, and I was looking up, I was like, okay, cause this guy was like going around in a Russian grocery store. What could you buy with $1 US? How much groceries could you buy?
Mhm.
The prices were a little bit more when you did a conversion rate.
Can
than
you
what
guys
we
hear
would
me
pay.
now?
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Can you
I
hear
can't
us?
hear you guys at all.
Oh,
Oh,
Balls of,
Turn your
balls of dick,
volume
but I,
balls of
I
dick,
had a power outage.
balls and ass,
Turn the-
balls and
turn the
ass, balls
sound
and
up.
ass. But when I did the conversion rate, the products were a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, because you're
than what
paying
we
for
would
the
pay
you're paying
for
for the conversion.
But if you do the average income of what they consider their minimum wage, it's only like $300 or $400 US a month. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's not that much. And if you look at the prices of their products to how much that their average minimum wage is, it's really not that much. Like, I don't know how the hell they buy groceries.
Yeah.
Like, that's because some of their, I mean, just a roll of toilet paper was like 40 for like the cheap roll of toilet paper. For one single roll was like 40 rubles.
mm,
Like, I was like, Jesus, like, you gotta imagine they're only making 2,500 rubles a month on average, an
Mhm.
average family. That's not that much money.
Yeah.
Well, I got my power back. I got my everything turned back on.
Can you hear
All
us
of a
now?
sudden, it just, the power, everything shut off for 30 seconds. Went back on again.
Rolling blackouts, buddy.
yeah.
I remember dealing with those in California. Jesus, that was annoying.
Yeah, I'm waiting for here coming up. What that's the big thing I'm wondering is going to happen. My solar my solar generator is all charged up. In case we get any high winds and power lines come down.
You have like a big battery bank.
Yeah, it's 2,500 watt hours, and then I've got 400 watts worth of solar panels.
That's why, Russell, you need free toilet paper. You go around and hit up all the porta potties in your area.
Yeah,
Here you go. My gosh, this month has flown by.
mm,
Like in Florida, you can't drive 2 feet down the road without hitting 5 porta potties because they're just building everywhere. You could drive 2 miles down the road and get a whole month's worth of toilet paper.
yes.
I know when we had our fire here at the house and we were out for that like year and a half. They brought in a porta potty here and set it over there just off the edge of the front driveway. And the postman comes by, he says, "Hey Steve, can I ever use that over there?" I said, "Man, help yourself anytime you want." No one's using it.
Oh my God, Donald.
He was so thankful.
Ugh.
Yeah, we'll be having that, especially with all the addition to the,
Yeah, I remember the whole Enron scandal back in the day.
all the, what do I say, the electric vehicles they want to put in here on our grid, and they can't do crap.
Well, the problem too with California, one of the biggest problems is they put so much red tape in just to get a
Yeah.
simple project done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have
it's
to tell me about
It's
that.
ridiculous. Something that should cost $5,000 to build, by the time it's all said and done, they spent $500,000 just on committees
Yeah.
and all kinds of other bullshit just to make a decision on building a $5,000 building. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's got to
that's
go
how
through
the,
so many committees and focus groups and
yeah, next thing you know, that $5,000 costs you $1 million.
yeah,
No, that's
Because
just
the
to get,
focus group-
that's just to get through plan check. That's not getting
yeah,
permitting.
yeah, focus groups, committee, posting on social media, making
Yeah.
video.
California is probably one of the worst states for that, though. They throw so much red tape in front of all their projects.
Mm,
Because I remember years ago, Vegas was offering, Nevada was offering to help widen the I-15,
Right.
and they wanted to pay for it to go all the way from Vegas. The casinos were all going to get bundle in together, and they were going to pay to have I-15 widened to 4 lanes each way, all the
mm,
way from Vegas to Barstow. And because it went all the way into California, into Barstow, California didn't want their engineers to do it. They wanted theirs to do it. And then it became a big ass problem. And then it became a pissy match between Nevada and California. And it's like, why would you even care? Like, Nevada's literally offering to pay to widen your freeway for you.
mm.
Like, you don't have to do anything, but yet you guys come in, you had to start a freaking thing with them. And then they just pull back out of it. And I think they widen it all the way to state line. I think it's
Well,
Or
it's
no,
still,
I think
it's still narrow in certain areas because you're going through the hills. It's down to
no,
2
no,
lanes.
I think it's right when you come into Vegas, when you come
Like-
over the crest over the hill
Oh,
there.
yeah, when you're going into
I think
Vegas,
it
it
goes
widens
to
up
3
right
lanes.
after you hit state line. As you're coming down the hill after coming into, if you've gone through Baker, then you go up through the mountains and then you come down.
Yeah,
It's,
because you go through state line, then Gene, and then you get up to the,
yeah, it's 2
top of the
lanes through
hill.
there and then it opens up on the other side of state line.
right.
But it's still only 2 lanes of a lot of that through there.
Yeah, and look how backed up it gets every week. Oh my God, on Fridays and Sunday afternoons,
Mm.
good luck getting to Vegas. You'll be
Yeah.
sitting in traffic for hours upon hours. That 2-hour trip from Barstow will end up turning into a 7, 8 hour trip
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
from the traffic. That's why we used to take the power line roads all the way from Newberry,
Mhm.
and we would take them to Baker, get off in Baker, fuel up, and then we would take them all the way till right before you got the state line, and we would jump off and get on the freeway there. We'd just take a dirt road the whole way. Follow the power lines from California into Vegas. And it ran right next to the freeway, so you'd be waving at all the people as you're driving down next to the freeway. And it was what was good about it is this road was like wide enough for 2 18-wheelers to pass each other going opposite directions.
Mhm.
And it was wide and it was well graded and smooth. Because it was maintained by the electrical companies out there because it was their main road that they used to work on the power lines.
Mm.
So it was very well maintained. So yeah, you could haul ass down that dirt road at 60, 70, no problem. You didn't have
Well,
to worry about a speed
The,
limit because you
the
were on a
best,
dirt road.
the fastest time I ever made, because my son lived in you know where it's at, Norco, Corona.
Yeah,
So coming from where I am here to there, it's like a 45-minute drive out to there. I made it from there because they had an emergency call when I was working at Disneyland. It's right during 9/11. One of the other project managers was coming out to Caesar's Palace to work out there for a week while the project manager went to his sister's wedding. And they called me up at the last minute and said, hey, any chance you can pull away from your project? Because the aircraft's flights are down. No, they couldn't travel there because the guy was coming from Georgia. I made it in from dropping my son off. At that time, I dropped him off at his mom's house from Norco on 6th Street to downtown. This is the week after the event. And I made it there in just at 3 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good time.
There was nothing there. I made it all the way downtown from the getting off at the top at the strip, all the way down to downtown in 7 minutes
Oh, Jesus.
because all the lights were green. There was nothing stopping it. Because I was staying at the project was at Caesar's Palace, and then I was there for the first night at Caesar's Palace, and then then I came back home that Friday after I did the job walk with the project manager, and then went back out Sunday night, and I was staying at the Rio over there for the rest of the time. But it's unbelievable how the place was just a ghost town.
You ain't gonna Google Earth.
Well, they were talking about the high-speed train going through there too. And none of that's come about. So who knows what will happen?
Hmm.
All right. Well, I got this thing out.
Right.
Yeah, you see, let me show you. Do you see this road right here, Steve?
What's that?
This road here? This dirt
Yeah.
road? That's the one we used to take.
Yeah,
They just-
the pole line road out there.
Yep. And then you,
That's the old, that it used to be the Barstow to Vegas run.
yeah. We just take that all the way. And usually we'd get off in Baker, fill up, get water, gas, everything.
Uh-huh.
And we would jump back on it and we'd get a little bit past Gene, Nevada. As a matter of fact, I think it was right at Gene, Nevada. That's when we get back on the freeway. Because by
Oh,
that
okay.
time you done past all the traffic.
Yeah,
Usually when you get past, when you get to about state line, usually
it's
traffic's pretty-
backed up every weekend.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We used to go on Thursday nights if we were going to Vegas for the weekend,
Mhm.
because going on a Friday was just stupid.
Hmm.
If you wanted to take the freeway all the way there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You've got to really plan your trip well, otherwise you're screwed.
Yeah, me and my friends used to go there every weekend because we had a buddy that graduated a couple years before us, and he had a house in Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and we used to go down there every Friday and Saturday, hang out, and then we'd come back Sunday afternoon. Taking the power line road though, it'd only take us about 1 hour and 45 to get there
Uh-huh.
versus 2.5 hours on the freeway.
Oh, yeah, the freeway's a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
And depending on when you leave too.
I still can't believe they haven't widened that thing. After all these years of it being that bad,
Well,
it should be at least 4 lanes, if not 6 lanes each way.
well,
Much
like when you're
traffic
going
goes through there.
through Barstow.
Well, I mean, at least from Barstow to state line, that needs to be at least 4, even maybe 6 lanes each way. As much traffic as goes through there.
Well, if they just got, 4 lanes going through there in each direction.
It definitely helped for sure.
Oh, yeah, but you're talking how much money to do it too.
I think it's what, about $1 million a mile per lane?
In California, that's just your permitting.
That's just the permits, yeah, or the engineering.
Even though there's way more efficient ways of doing roads out there.
Well, there's way more efficient ways of doing just about everything the government does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
there's,
called keep government out of it.
there's, so like down here in Florida, they use some of these machines, right? And what they do instead of repaving the road,
Mhm.
what it does is it eats up the road in front of it, puts it back through the mixer. The machine remixes it, heats it back up, and then they just add a little bit more asphalt in there to kind of to kind of buff it up a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but it relays the road right back behind it. So it's eating up the old road, reheating it, remixing it, and then it's just relaying it right behind itself.
Mm.
And so you're not really you're only having to add a little bit of asphalt to the machine here and there to, where it's a little thinned out.
Uh-huh.
But it's way cheaper to do it that way than it is to tear up an entire road and then have to relay all new asphalt now.
Well, a lot of our roads here are concrete too. We've
Yeah, I
got,
noticed that part of I-15 back in the day, they were doing the concrete. That shit's annoying driving on, I'll tell you that.
well, the longevity of it.
Have you ever drove down a highway that was made out of concrete, Dominic?
Yes.
Ah, fucking that loud whistle noise it makes.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. You do about 70, 75 down a highway like that.
Now we only have 80 kilometers. There's an 80-kilometer speed limit.
Our fastest speed limit in the US is 85 miles an hour, and it's
Oh, that'd be nice.
it's a highway that goes through Texas.
Yeah,
It's known for it.
I'll never forget when I ended up meeting Chris Hope for the first time out there at Spin Up. He was coming in and he comes along and he saw Ken Herron's car off the side of the road. So he pulls over to make sure he's okay. And what was Ken Herron doing? He was taking a picture where it said, I think it was 75 miles an hour, or maybe it was 80. And then he goes, oh, that's not that fast. Go up the road about 5 miles and it's going to be 85 miles an hour.
Hey,
Yeah.
But he stopped in order to do a filming because he was going to do it for a video.
Has anybody in the chat or right now on the panel, have any of you driven the Autobahn, where it's unlimited speed?
no. I'd
My
love to.
my sister, when she was living there, she'd been on it. Yeah.
Now, I was always under the understanding now, they do have a suggested speed limits, right? It's not really mandatory.
I
but
don't
isn't
I don't
there-
know.
I
Don't
think
kill
there is-
yourself.
I think there is a suggested minimum. speed
Lynn
limit,
can
though.
tell you, Lynn's driven the Autobahn. She used to drive from Italy to Germany all the time.
My grandma and my aunt used to drive down it all the time when my aunt was stationed over in Germany. Her and my uncle were stationed over there. He was in the army. They were over there for like 6 or 8 years. They were over there for a while. My grandma used to go over there every year and visit for like a month and a half.
Mhm.
And that was my first introduction to Kinder eggs.
Hey.
The real Kinder eggs from Germany too.
In
The
the
ones that actually
surprise,
had
yeah.
they actually had really intricate toys inside of them.
Mhm.
Really cool. Yeah, I think there is a minimum suggested speed limit. Like that they say you should drive at to be safe.
Oh, a minimum speed. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. You gotta pedal to the metal at all time.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious on what the percentage to accidents are on a road that doesn't have a
Not
speed
that
limit.
high, surprisingly.
Not that high. No, it's like you get used to driving that speed.
Yeah. Because I know my sister's friends, he's a banker. Because my sister was there for 16 years. And they just moved to another location because he was up by Bremen, which is up by the North Sea, and that's where the town she was in. And cutting across from where he is, he catches the Autobahn to go from the one
Yeah.
portion from one town into the other town, because he oversees banks are different, like you have Bank of America, they're all over. A bank is like only covering specific areas or towns, and that
Hmm.
bank is there. So he oversees these 7 cities where their bank is. But he gets his choice of a Beamer or a Mercedes every other year.
Oh, great.
And he's got this last year was the big, what is it, 7 Series Mercedes 4-door. My sister says you're driving in that car, you don't even know it. You're doing 100 and, you're doing 160, 180 kilometers an hour down the road.
Yep.
All right, so. So it looks like in the recent statistics I can find was 2017, said 409 people died on the Autobahn.
Mhm.
That's not that many compared
It
to what it
says-
is in the States.
It says the reason was an inappropriate speeding. So hold on. I wonder if there is an actual speed limit. I wonder if that's just a
But the accidents when they do have them are deadly.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no walking away, is there?
Yeah.
common misconception is that there's no speed limits on the Autobahn. But this is false statement. There are sections of the Autobahns that do have speed limit restrictions.
I would imagine when you get into a
Others-
city situation, there's got to be.
Yeah.
But others fall under unrestricted criteria.
Mark, you're right. He wasn't cruising that much, but you're just floating along at 100 miles an hour down that road. I mean, he's done a lot more than that. Equivalent, the fastest I think they were running was 160 miles an hour.
Uh, I guess they're actually pushing to reduce the speed to 62
Yeah.
miles an hour on the Autobahn. I guess that they are in talks of possibly
Green.
putting a limit on there.
Well, they've got electric vehicles that'll do that, right?
Hmm.
Well, electric vehicles tend to have a fast takeoff speed, but as far as the top end, though, a lot of the gas powered cars will still smoke them. Like the Hellcats, so they did the round of tests with Teslas, like the best Tesla vehicle there is out there, the fastest one, and it only won 1 out of 100 races, but it beat every car off the line immediately. Like when it goes, so when a Tesla takes off the line,
Mhm.
it's the torque is so quick and fast that it will beat every car off the line. But once the cars get up to speed, it can't hold a candle to a Hellcat. Like once
Exactly.
they get up to speed, then a Hellcat just blows it out the water.
Well, even during the old days when we used to have Dodge here in California, seemed to always get the Highway Patrol contract for their cars, and they have the big 440 mags in them. And I'll tell you what, those cars there were not detuned, where the ones that you would buy off the lot. And I sat there in that running at almost 160 miles an hour with one of the Highway Patrol officers down here one time.
Really?
You got a brand new car. And back then the I-5 freeway was not crowded, and you got through one afternoon, we drove up to one area and just lit it up.
Yes.
He says, let's find out what she'll do.
Yeah, light it up.
Although electric vehicles have the potential to just be, I mean, they're not even at the peak of the power that they could be.
Oh, they're 15, 20 years away from being mainstream.
I mean, it's really how much a drive shaft or bearings can handle at
Mm.
that point. You know, how much heat they can handle, how much torque they can handle.
Mm.
That's gonna be the ultimate, that's gonna be
Well,
the
there's
hardest
really not
part.
a drive shaft, it's attachment on the electric motor directly onto the wheel, right?
Mm.
They don't have, so, okay, so they don't have a drive shaft on electric?
I think they do in the single engine models.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how they are, but if they are using those, that would be the biggest hurdle actually to overcome.
Yeah.
Because they have that problem with Jetson, like, okay, so with the F-35, what was it, the C version, the vertical takeoff one?
Mhm.
That was one of the biggest
VTOL.
challenges of that model of the F-35 was the drive shaft they used for the fan motor.
Oh, yeah.
That lifted it up. They had to like custom built that drive shaft out of like really like top secret metals, right? Like
Titanium.
formulas and shit. Because of the torque on it was so crazy that
Mm-hmm.
everything they tried was snapping in half.
I mean, you think about it, a jet engine, if you
Right.
get up there, people don't realize, I mean, you can just go up to the fan blades on a big,
Mm.
Dreamliner, and you could just sit there and pull down it and that thing will just so smooth around. But the amount of torque that those things are putting out.
Right, exactly. Oh, I remember the big old controversy with speed cameras, or not speed cameras, the red light cameras over here.
Yeah.
Oh, we had that
Like,
here.
every state has had that when they first installed them. Because the law says that you have a right to face your accuser. And their whole argument was, well, a camera can't be an accuser because it's not a
Mm.
physical person. But then, of course,
Well,
states came
the
back
state,
and
the
said,
state of California here is now wanting to put camera sensors in up and down the freeways in the major cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento, the big metropolitan
like
areas, San
speed
Diego,
cameras.
speed cameras on the freeway. And I know over in, is it Denmark or Norway or someplace where they've got all the roads that go through tunnels everywhere over there because of all the
Mm.
mountains getting from location to location. As you go through, that's how they clock you because the sensors are picking you up when you enter the tunnel.
Yeah.
And sensors are picking you up when they leave. So they know how long it took you. They know if you were speeding or not instantly. And I heard that they were
Jody.
ticketing people.
What's up, Jody? Well, Mark and
Jody.
them has said they have speed
Jody.
cameras on their highways over there already. And so if you're driving down the freeway over there and you're speeding, it's going to give you a ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some roads around the US that have gotten so out of control, it's almost like they do need something like that. I hate to say it, but
Mm.
for safety reasons, because there's a couple of roads here in Florida that no matter how much the cops try to crack down on it, man, people just, those couple roads just tend to have a lot of speeding accidents. But the biggest problem with those type of setups is the calibration. Those things got to be dead on. Otherwise, you're either getting people tickets that don't need them, or you're getting not getting tickets for people that should be getting them.
Yeah. Well, there was a study that my uncle used to work for the Highway Patrol here in California. And like Mark's talking about, having speed cameras and stuff set up. You know what they found out doing tests of just going and parking an old car that was past its service time?
Uh-huh.
They would just go over there and park it on the side of the freeway and then move it every so often. And another day, the patrolman would sit there and park his car. He'd take off and another officer then come back, pick him up to pick up his car. And they just put it in another area and they just drive it around. Because what happens? The first thing you see that car, what's the first thing you do? Foot off the gas.
They do that, and they actually do that around here all the time too. The sheriffs do that. So they'll because most of the sheriffs here don't have partners.
Yeah.
they're all single and they all have their own patrol cars. So now a lot of times you'll see them do that too. And their windows are blacked out so you can't see inside of them.
Right.
And so what they'll do is they'll park on the side of the road and then they'll jump in the car with each other. And they'll be partners for the day or whatever. And they'll park one of their cars on the side of the road. They do it all the time around here. But you won't notice it until you go past the car and you can see through the front windshield. And you'll notice that there's nobody in it. But by that time, you've already slowed down, you know?
Yeah.
They've already made their point with you at least.
Yeah, Mark, there's a huge difference in what the type of camera you're, needing for. I've done a lot of surveillance camera installations over the years.
I remember when they
Yeah.
were trying to beat a speed camera on, or the red light cameras, they were trying to beat them on Mythbusters.
Yeah,
They had a car that did like 160 or something and it still caught the damn license plate.
Yeah, I remember that.
well, see here on the toll roads we have, we used to have the transponders. Now it's just a little barcode strip that just goes up on your windshield.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's probably not even probably about that long, just my thumb section here. It's that thickness, it's to about right there, and that's all it is. And it's just a barcode system. Put them on there. Those cameras are picking that up, and you go through, the lights are going off daytime and nighttime. As you go through the toll booths, and bam, they're just picking that ID up.
See, but they don't even do that anymore here. They just do pay by plate. So now they just take a picture of your plate.
Well, you
send
can pay
a
by
bill and go,
plate, but see, we have, an account, so it's automatically
Right.
deducting. If you do it that way, you save a lot of money.
But
It's a
but yeah,
minimum
even the
minimum
camera,
of 50 cents to $1 per trip if you have an account with a card reader.
see, like
Mm.
even Ron's camera, right? I don't care if you're doing 170, Ron's camera would be able to pick up your license plate going that fast by him. Because that Sony camera he has does 940 some frames a second.
Mhm.
I mean, you should see the pictures and videos he's gotten of hummingbirds, and we all know how fast
Yeah,
hummingbirds' wings move.
the wings
it's
are
just-
buzzing.
I mean, he'll catch the wings just as they're dead still. They'll look like they're completely still. Like that's how good that camera can pick up high speed movements. His
Well,
camera,
and
he
it
said on
depends.
the-
It depends on what they are. Like for those are cameras that are also license plate readers, designed for license plate reading is what they're designed for.
Mm.
yeah, they'll take a picture of you in the front seat and then your license plate. That's how they do them around here. You'll get a picture of yourself and the license plate. So you'll see your face in the window when you're like, oh fuck, as you're going through the light.
Exactly, Mark.
Oh, one day I was going through a red light not too long ago, a few months back, when I was still working for the gas company. I was going through a red light and a diesel had stopped. And I got stuck in the intersection and I saw the light turning yellow.
Mhm.
I flipped on my lights and I rode up on the sidewalk. I was like, I ain't getting a fucking
Yo, yo,
ticket.
yo.
What's up, Steve?
Anthony.
Tom,
Huge.
Justin,
Hi,
Paul?
Anthony.
Hey, how you
Yeah.
doing, TJ?
Good, yourselves?
Doing good.
We're
Nice,
hanging.
nice.
Short shriveled always to the left.
Short shrivel now into the one.
Yeah, Mark, I know, because on a commercial building that I manage, we have 2 license plate readers that are up in the building, so they're way back from where the driveway entrances are. And when those things are there, it's pitch black on those. During the daytime, they're working, like a normal camera would, but at nighttime, it's pitch black. And boy, I'll tell you what, the moment that car comes in or a vehicle comes in and it comes up and just lifts up that little bit, that's where we're aiming for. So it picks up, it looks like that license plate is internally lit, man. It just boom.
Yo, Jody. I already said hey to Mark.
And those are only 4 megapixel cameras. No, excuse me, they're 8. They're 4 megapixels, all they are.
Mm.
The new digital, they're not really, they're high resolution, but not real high. Where all the rest of the cameras on the building, everything's 4K.
Yeah, Al Shireen and I went flying early this morning at Deerfield, so I've been up since like 6 a.m. We wasn't really much of a sunrise this morning because of the I don't know, it's kind of like gray, like
Cloud cover?
it like looked like it was a storm going to come through, but he got a good shot with his with the Mavic 3, and there was a funnel cloud coming, and it was literally like touching the water. It was pretty awesome looking.
Wow.
You got a
Yeah,
picture of it, TJ?
yeah, it's on Facebook. See if I could find it.
This is what I want to get for TJ.
What is that?
So it will flip your license plate around when you go through the tolls. So
Oh.
you can just write "fuck you" on one side, and then as you're going through the tolls,
That's awesome.
it's got a remote control. You can just press
That's
it in the car.
awesome. So you get like you can put like LEDs on there.
No. What it does is you put your license plate on there, and then as you're going through like a toll, you can press the button on the remote. It'll flip it and hide it.
Oh.
And then as you come out of the toll, you can flip your license plate back over.
Oh,
Or you
that's pretty
can like
funny.
take your neighbor's plate, put it on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
because-
Mark, exactly. The technology is unbelievable on it now.
Look at how, ever since that I had that electric, look at how it's washing that screen out
Mm,
and how bright it is. And I can't adjust that.
mm.
Hope it didn't ruin the screen. That's the worst thing about it is power outages.
Well, the screen is fine. It's this.
There you go, TJ. See?
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. Shit, ow, fucker.
What, the cat attack you again?
Yeah, fucking dog was outside and just fucking bit me for no fucking reason.
Yeah, it's all washed out, Paul.
Yeah,
Mm.
pisses me off.
You know what? Try turning it off. Let it sit for about a minute and then try turning it back on again.
Okay, hang on.
Is the pictures on the small?
I gotta follow the cables around here.
Okay, oh, you can't, you don't have a remote control for the set?
No, it's the camera.
Oh, you think it's the camera washing everything out?
Yeah. Because I don't think
Yeah.
that it's.
Oh,
See,
there it goes. There it goes.
But then it went back again.
Mm.
Yeah, try. Well, the thing to do is just do a turn off and shut everything down after the show's over, and then restart it back up again. Unless you can just unplug the camera for a second and then plug it back in.
That's what I'm thinking about. Let me see.
I can.
See if I can track the camera.
Where's that stupid photo from this morning?
Cables everywhere.
Mm.
Well, I mean, Paul's internet takes a minute to come back because he's got like 82 fucking TVs in that house. Remember? I'm not even kidding. He's got like a shit ton of TVs in his house. He's got like 3 or 4 of them just within a sitting distance of him.
Well, Jody, I don't know if you heard us talking about it. The state of California is now wanting to put speed cameras on the freeways and automatically send you a speeding ticket.
So TJ, when are we gonna put one of those on your car and go have some fun at the toll booths?
When you send me one.
So I said we'll put your neighbor's plate on the other side.
All right. Like, excuse me.
saying.
Well, that's the worst thing you want to do. Because what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're gonna go
Oh,
look at
yeah.
the
I'll
license
I'll
plate
put
number,
I'll
they're
put mine
knocking
on
on the door.
I'll put mine on one side and put his on the other. Like, can I borrow your license plate for a day?
Howdy, Sam.
Crap, I can't find the photo from this morning.
Well, they do have the ones that like blur your plate out.
Mm,
But the problem with those is those are obviously, you can see that all the time on there and they're not illegal. They're not legal here. You'll get in trouble if a state trooper sees that. What's great about that flipping one though, is you can flip it. Once you get through the toll, you just flip that thing back around. You're good to go. There was actually a guy that got a,
Had it on there.
why do you have this?
Why do you have this?
something's going on.
No, probably his dog has something. The heck? Yeah. What the heck?
Okay, well, I'm gonna,
Alright, I'm gonna jump off because Matt.
I was just about to say that.
What happened?
Oh, one of the kids was screwing with something.
Oh hell.
They're trying to beat the hell out of each other with a metal pipe.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I was gonna go out there and beat both of them with it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it sounds like a fun Friday night then.
But yeah, I'm gonna jump off because Matt's
Yeah,
going live in about 45
I'm gonna
minutes.
jump
so-
off as well.
Alright, I'll see y'all
All right,
later.
we'll see y'all later.
I was
Bye-bye.
gonna show you a picture before you hopped off. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna try
Before-
to
before I hit leave.
The calm before the storm.
the calm before the storm.
The
No,
new-
Oh yeah, I got rid of all the boats, huh?
Then the
Oh,
new dock,
wow.
the new docks down at our harbor.
okay,
Those are all
Oh,
new.
Yeah, the brand new ones. The old ones are out. This
that's
is over
cool.
the other phases that they've done is just on the other side of the bridge there that you see to the right. On the other side over here, they've done 3 of them, the 3 of the sections over here. So now this one is on one of the temporary area for a gate.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool though. Looks nice. Is this like what the thing hang is that part of the old one? The thing hanging up on the right hand side there? Is that part of the-
This up on top?
Yeah.
No, that's just the frame of the roof of the building it's on.
Oh.
These across over here haven't been replaced yet.
I need to look at their camera because it looks like some termite damage right there. Look at the way
Yeah.
the wood
That's
looks like it's being
The
eaten
nest
away.
camera they have up there.
No, I said the beam though, it's looking at, it looks like it's got termite damage.
Oh, yeah. The whole marina is gonna be replaced. It's
Alright,
50 some years old.
Alright, well, I'll see you guys over on Matt's later.
Yeah.
Alright.
see you
Take
there.
care.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
Paul, what's wrong with your camera?
I don't know.
Well, it's better than it was.
Yeah, but look at how the lines, it's going zippity, zippity, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Simply bang bang.
Let me turn it off and turn it back on again.
It looks better. But does it still look like there's I don't see any lines or whatever. Maybe I'm just like hallucinating or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Mark, that's he's talking exactly how the technology's gone. That's for sure. Automatically, just driving down the road, it's just scanning the plates and the tags and looking at like here in California, we've got a sticker for the year.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that little flippity thing that Justin was showing.
Flippity thing?
Yeah, the little flippity thing. Yeah.
Well, I think that camera's better than the other one, right?
Yeah. You've got color.
It's a different camera. This is the one that was on there forever.
Uh-huh.
Do they,
What model's that one?
do they burn out or what?
Nah, that could have just been a hit. You just let it sit and hopefully it'll come back. The sensor could have gone from a surge on it.
It's a Logitech.
What model do you
Yeah.
know?
So did you
Where would
Did
it
you get-
say?
did you get a new camera, Paul?
No, he had a power failure and all of a sudden the
Had a
camera
power
stopped.
failure and all of a sudden the cameras and everything went wacky.
Oh,
I had a power failure while we were on here.
oh,
Mhm.
really? Yeah, I think I did notice that because I was driving home and there was I don't know, there were some traffic lights that kept like flicking, so I think maybe like there was a power outage or something.
Well, it wouldn't be my power outage affecting you because I'm about 2,000 miles away from you. You know?
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, Steve, are you ready to exit? Are you stage right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd Hodges go? Was he on here?
Hodges has got the honey there, and
Oh,
he's stirring the honey pot, and you're gonna go over and you're gonna go on to Matt's channel, right? Which
yeah,
starts
I might pop in over there and say hey.
starts in about a half hour.
Yeah. Wow. I can't
Alrighty.
believe the afternoon flew by.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna make some sloppy joes for dinner.
Okay.
maybe, hopefully.
All righty.
At
Sounds
least try to
good.
attempt to.
Yeah. Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next
Bye.
time. Bye
Take
for
care.
now.
Have a great week.